Good morning. Hope you guys can see me. I hope you guys are doing well. Welcome back to my channel. That's what's up. So I'm about to eat some Wawa because I'm hungry and I've been fasting and I'm on my cycle. So I decided to to break because I'm like in pain today. I don't know what's going on. But yeah, this video is about periods because why not, since I'm on it, today. So let's get into it while I eat. All right, so today I woke up, like the past few days, I knew that I had my period coming because I felt the cramps and I even had some spotting. And honestly, that's really weird for me because I don't really get spotting like that, but it's been happening quite, lately. Um, so me personally, it could be because of my diet. I have been eating meat. Um, but I don't know. I think I need to cut down on it, but they have this whole craze right now, protein, 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 blah 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 blah. I'm like, bro, how am I supposed to get protein if I don't eat meat? So I'm just gonna have to do some research because I haven't really been listening to myself, and that's like another thing. Um, so let's start from the beginning. When I first started my menses was like in middle school, and it was very sporadic. Like I would get it on and off. It's kind of cool. um, yeah, so I'll get it on and off. So like months at a time when I first started up until high school pretty much. So I always thought that was normal because they never said none to me for real. Like when I learned about my period, nobody really told me nothing about it. You know what I'm saying? Like just the normal stuff like, oh, when you get your period is pretty much you become a woman type thing, and now you have to like take care of yourself in another way. And for me, it was normal. Like I looked at it as something that was normal. Um, I didn't. It wasn't too deep because I knew that that was like a normal thing for women, girls, whatever. And we learned about it in middle school before it even happened. So when it happened, I was like, oh, okay. And I'm the oldest, so you know, you pretty much have to learn everything on your own. And yeah, I just took care of myself. There were days where I would mess myself up and my mom would come and give me a change of clothes. And there are times even in college, I'll get to that. But, um, there are times in general during school where I'll mess myself up and I would have to like get cleaned up and stuff like that and get a change of clothes. And yeah, but back to what I was saying. Um, I'm supposed to be eating before I go into work. Um, Excuse me. Mm. Mm, mm, mm. So it wasn't until I started having sex that I started to get worried because my period wasn't coming monthly anymore. I mean, not anymore at all. Before, what I'm saying, it was sporadic. Like it would come like every 11 months, 6 months, 2 months. Like I never really tracked it, because I didn't really have a reason to. So until I got into a relationship, I started to get very paranoid because I'm like, what if I'm pregnant? And then I was thinking about getting on birth control. But the funny thing is that they put you on birth control to bring on your cycle if it's irregular. So I took, excuse me from chewing. I took the pill very for a short amount of time, and I only took it once, and that was pretty much it. Ever since I took the birth control, which was in college, it was when I was 19 years old, and that was it. My period was now regular. So since then, it was always regular, unless something happened, like I was stressed or I had sex and the sex was just throwing my, I don't know, it was throwing it off. I don't know. But yeah, I think that um, when my period started to become regular and I started noticing the signs, I was like, oh, okay, this is super dope. I get to now, pay attention to it because it's regular, and that's what I did. So in the beginning, because I was in a relationship, my periods were very painful. I remember like I had to I never really took medication. Only if it was like really, really bad, but it was like that type of pain where I felt like I had to take medication. I'm telling you, having your period is not for the weak. you know? Women are very strong. Um, Especially in this day and age with everything that's going on and all the stuff in our blood now we're finding out it's just it's kind of crazy. But yeah, yeah. um so when I was in a relationship, my periods were very painful, and it wasn't until later on, after, that I started to pay more attention to her. So one thing I realized about your menses as a woman is that she is a guide. She's there to teach you. She's there to give you a helping hand. I've heard many women talk about how they hate their menses, how they hate their period, how they hate their cycle, and I'm like, how? Like, she's there to help you. You know, she's there to guide you. So like me now, where I am not in a relationship and I'm by myself, I'm celibate, whatever you want to call it, abstinent, just abstaining. I don't know the difference. I guess there's a difference between the two. But I'm not currently involved with anyone. And the fact that my period is hurting me tells me that something's wrong, because technically I'm not supposed to be having any type of pain. you know like little cramps here and there is fine, but like I'm right now, I'm going through it, like I can feel it, and excuse me, it's not a good sign, because to me that lets me know that I need to change something. So maybe it's my diet, maybe, excuse me, I'm entertaining someone that I shouldn't be entertaining. Like my body is like trying to tell me, something is wrong and I need to figure it out. Um so yeah, look at the birds, they're fun. So pretty. So yeah, I think as women we need to pay attention to our bodies more. um don't just be like, oh yeah, like I'm going through pain, this is normal. No, It's not normal. I think every woman is different. You know, some women, they don't have their periods, and that's totally fine. Some women do, and it's totally fine too. I remember like when she would come and I didn't have any type of pain. That was a time when I was paying more attention to myself. Like I make sure I was meditating, yoga, stretching, exercising, eating good, going out into nature, making sure I'm talking to God, I'm paying attention to my insides, I'm going within, I'm, doing all the necessary things that she is aiding me to go down, that particular path, because it's very easy for you to disregard her because we disregard nature. And that's why we need to slow down and sometimes think like, what is it that I'm neglecting within myself that is causing me to experience pain? Because ultimately it's your fault. Like depending on who you're sleeping with. If you're sleeping with someone and when you get your period and it's extremely painful, you need to reevaluate yourself. You should not have any pain. And if you're having pain before you have intercourse with someone, before anybody even steps into the picture, you need to fix that before you get into a relationship, because pain is not a part of our reality. It's not supposed to be. Women are superior in nature. So we are supposed to put ourselves before anyone or anything else, meaning it's upside down, meaning the way that we've learned about life is upside down. It's not entirely true. And you need to figure out that truth for yourself through exploration within self, because everything is within you. You need to figure that out. You will figure it out, because as long as you seek yourself, God will always show the answers and you will get there. I believe that this is a reality where even though we experience pain, the pain is not supposed to be here. We are now moving into a new paradigm where the pain no longer needs to exist. That's why everything is the way that it is right now, but it's not supposed to be like this. It's distorted. We need to remove that distortion to create a new paradigm in which where we can create something more, I want to say proficient, but more in alignment with what God wants for us. I don't think God wants us to experience pain on the level that we are experiencing right now. But the reason why we're experiencing it is because we don't listen. That is the main reason why we still experience pain, because we don't listen. We don't listen to her. Yes, God is a woman too. I think we forget her a lot, and that's why we experience the things that we experience. I think that we neglect her, and that's why, she punishes us. Like, we only think about God as a him. Forget the him. Like, he's doing his own thing. Like, this is his realm, and yes, I'm not gonna say forget God, like the male aspect of God, but like he's already got enough. He's already done enough. He's already helped us enough. It's time for us to help mother, so that she can then in turn help us, because at the end of the day, she's the one that's giving us life. If we don't give to her, she's not, how is she gonna be able to give us anything? She can't give us anything, and she's a giver of life. Like, that's the problem. Where everything is backwards, and that's why we're that's why everything is the way that it is, because we don't listen. We don't listen, and until we listen, we're going to keep living this messed up reality. And I'm so over it, because I'm in a cycle where it's just repetitive. And this is a 9 year where there's a lot of transitional energy, the most transitional energy that we're going to experience over the past few years since 2020. I need this transitional era to turn into something that all the pain that we've been feeling all this time is now supposed to reverse and turn into something great. See, even now, like as I'm talking, the pain is subsiding. And that's because she's been telling me to talk, but I don't listen. I don't listen. Like, I don't listen. They've been telling me to talk, but I don't listen. And that's really because of me, my own insecurities and my own stuff, like my own whatever I have going on with me, because it has nothing to do with anyone else. But yeah, like, as a woman, of course I relate more with nature. I can't really speak for men because I don't know how they see it. But like how I see it is like she's like the pillar, she's the cornerstone. She's the reason why we're here. So we need to focus on her. We need to aid her. We need to also guide her as she guides us, because it is also a mutual relationship. It goes hand in hand. It's not just, oh, just her or just me or just him. Like, it's us. It's a us thing. It's we work together type of thing. Like, if we don't work together, if we're all individual and we're all doing our own separate thing, nothing is going to come into fruition. Nothing. Nothing at all. Just looking at the trees and stuff, when you have a tree, you don't expect the tree to just grow by itself. It needs water, it needs sunlight, it needs to be planted on good soil. It needs to be put in a place where the foundation can grow very strong and all of that good stuff, depending on the type of tree. Of course, every tree, every plant needs its own amount of whatever nutrients it needs. Every tree is different. Depending on that, you need to put that together, and then you get the outcome, you get the result. Same thing with us. The beginning of this year was very negative, and that's why I really advise you guys to disconnect from social media. Don't don't do too much. Like, don't allow yourself to be pulled in by what everyone else is doing. Sometimes you just need to sit and relax and let yourself breathe. Right now I work in healthcare and I care for old people, and it really puts things into perspective about how, the mind is a very interesting place, and how if we want a better world, we have to start now. Like, we have to start fixing it now before it starts getting too deep to where we can't fix it. Because, like, we're at a point now where our reality can be fixed. Like, it's not like too late. I don't think it will ever be too late. I think we can get there, but like everyone has to be in position, and not everyone's there yet. Because it's a choice too. Like, that's one thing I love about God, is that He gives you the choice to decide to be in position. You know, like, you don't always have to answer the call. You don't. Like, and it's okay. Not everyone needs to, even though it is. But I do feel like some people are forced into it. Like, I feel like I've been forced in a way because of circumstances, but it's my circumstances not as bad, but God still gives me the free will, which is beautiful. I really appreciate Him for that. you know God really loves me, and I'm really thankful for that. But yeah, that's pretty much it about menses and stuff like that. Thanks for watching and listening, but definitely put your 2 cents in. I would definitely like to hear your thoughts about your experiences, because everyone experience is different. This is just my own experience and what I have seen through the 28 years I've been on earth, and experienced with other people and all that other good stuff. So thank you. Please subscribe, like, share, do what you gotta do, and I'll see you later. Bye.